Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim Mod 5 video. You join us from the Great Western Express route within the Diesel Legends DLC setting. And yeah, we're in Isambard Kingdom Brew now, 47484, and we're doing a non-stop run down to Reading. So we're all set up and ready, just awaiting the time, which basically now. So let's get the doors shut. We've got the road already, so let's get going. Oh, safety systems. You want to have DSD off at the moment because it doesn't work at the moment. There you go, that's on. Right, let's get going. Come off, bit of throttle, 40 miles an hour out of here. So till we get a bit of thrash. There's the 52. Here we go. Get ready for the thrash. It's going to be a lot better. I mean, it's up to 40 miles an hour out of here, so there we go. This thing moves. It goes quick. Yeah, it's certainly getting somewhere. Already at 30. Cool. 35. And almost at 40, which is the limit for now. There we go. Right, let's set that down to off, not on. Yeah, here we are, the Athena Simulations Class 47. In sort of a more natural setting for it, being on the Great Western. Although still, the most natural route is West Cornwall Local. That being set in the 90s, early 90s when this was running. And I believe this train actually has been, or this locomotive has actually been to Penzance in that sort of era in the 90s. Let's do a little running brake test. Make sure the brakes are all working fine. That seems okay. Hopefully it won't be long and it'll be the Great Western remaster. That's sort of the next, well, it keeps getting pushed back, or it feels like it keeps getting pushed back. But yeah, well, it wouldn't be for Diesel Legends, but I suppose it would be. But you wouldn't get all of the extra bits and pieces. But yeah, the Great Western Express remaster to make this route up to sort of today's standards. But we haven't heard about that for quite a while, or at least I think the last couple of road maps. So your work's paused on it. Goes up to 50 soon enough. But we might have even missed the 50 board, but it does go up. Our top speed's 95. We probably could push it up to 100. Bit cheeky, but I don't think the game's going to limit us to 95. On our way out of Paddington. It's a funny pack. Well, to us, both of the DLC were showing off. The Diesel Legends one, that's a weird one. And then this one's a bit like, it's sort of, yeah, the fourth Class 47 we've seen in the game. Yeah, 85 for us. That's we're not a multiple unit. Let's get that up. Yeah, the Diesel Legends pack is sort of a 1970s timetable, or 1970s/80s timetable on the modern day, or 2015 Great Western Express. So everything you see route-wise is 2015, but all of the trains are about 1970s. It's a bit of a weird DLC. That's sort of one of those less relevant ones nowadays. But it's good if you don't have the trains. It's like one of those sort of... Well, it's a bit like this pack, I suppose, the Athena Class 47. It gives you the 45, the 40 and the 47, so it's sort of one of those like little packs where you can get 3 different locos for, what, 11 quid or so, if you didn't already have them. Apart from that, it is a bit of a weird pack, but the main thing being the fact that this pack is for the East Coast Main Line, primarily, but of course the East Coast Main Line route is modern day, and this real life 47 I think is somewhere in storage. It hasn't been out on the main line for years, and the whole sort of inside is 1980s, so it, on the East Coast Main Line, it doesn't really make much sense to have it. There's a Western, another tram we have driven in awfully long. As far as age, this route still does look pretty good. Like this route is about 2017 this released, and it still looks pretty good. I mean, the foliage on here actually is quite good, like better than routes which then came after this one. I was supposed to spend so long doing this route. Yeah, loads of foliage. I suppose it had to be good. It was the first ever UK route this well. Well, let's get a little flyby shot. And at some point we'll do this on West Cornwall local as well. So it probably is at the most fitting place to run it. Or any of the 80s routes. And for this service we don't have any of the new Mark 1s. I think the new Mark 1s are really only for the scenarios. I don't think they go anywhere else. Yeah, on the approach to Ealing Broadway. Let's get another flyby shot, why not? It's a pretty straightforward run. As you fall throttle most of the way, well not most of the way, but yeah, most of the way, full throttle. We're not stopping anywhere. Let's get a few flybys. Someone's sort of coming down the stairs. Oh, great. There goes. At about 78 miles per hour at the moment. So speed is ticking up nicely. But this DLC is out now, all the usual platforms, so PlayStation, Xbox, well, coming on, Steam, Epic Games, PS4, Xbox One, all the usual. Although some DLC or some upcoming DLC won't be on last gen. I believe the Frankfurt S-Bahn route, that's going to be current gen consoles and PC only. But it's weird to think that, well, sometimes, well, it's more current gen now, but PS4 and Xbox One are, what, 12 years old now? It's like, what? And then even PS5 is sort of getting on Series X, they're getting on the slightly older side, but they're 5 years old already. It's crazy. So give it a couple of years and there'll be new consoles, probably. We're going 85. I mean, yeah, we should really only go up to 95. But if it ticks over just a little bit, yeah, it won't matter too much. This is set in the 1970s. Oh, slash 80s or 70s. Pretty smart loco though. Just the wheels as well, look at that. White and yellow. White and yellow bits to them. As we come up on Southport. Just a smidge, just a little bit noisy. Yeah, it shouldn't take us too long to get to Reading at this speed, and you really do feel the speed on this train. Some trains you sort of like you're going at 100, but it just feels like you're going like 40. Whereas this, it feels like we're going 86. It feels awfully quick. And Harlington up next. Bit of AWS, that's for the warning board there. I think that would be if you're going off towards Heathrow. That'd be 75. And here's Hayes and Harlington. Yeah, the good thing about this locomotive is the fact it substitutes onto most of the other sort of TSW, basically any rail tour service, this 47 substitutes onto. Or any other sort of 47 service on the backdated routes, this will substitute onto. So you can drive this loco in a lot of places, whether it being realistic or not. Or time period correct. There's a line up to Heathrow. But I look forward to giving this a go on West Cornwall. So I think that will be the best one to do it on. Now was it West Drayton, Ivor, Langley, Slough, Burnham, Taplow, Maidenhead, Twyford and Reading. So we've got West Drayton there. So I believe West Drayton's also where Oyster runs out. You can use Oyster or contactless past West Drayton. As we head along. Got about 94 now. Still going up, just slowly. Here we go. People are very close to the edge of the platform. I still don't get why, especially on say West Coast Main Line South, which is one of the more recent route releases, you still get NPCs standing on the fast platforms, which don't get any trains. It's like, why are they standing there waiting for like an imaginary train? It's weird. There's a 101, which is the primary motive traction on this route. Well, the 52 and the 101 for Diesel Legends. I think you also get a 47 as well of it. When would you get with Diesel Legends? Definitely a 40. No, definitely a 52 Western, a 101, oh, and an 08. That's what you get. Yeah, so Diesel Legends is a nice little pack to get if you've got Great Western Express. Yeah, it gives you the 08, 52, and the 101. And I suppose then if you want the 47, the 45, and the 40, you can get this pack without having to own, say, Northern Transpennine with the BI Heavy Freight Pack. So I suppose that's sort of a good thing about this DLC, or at least both of the DLCs. Diesel Legends, for example, yeah, you get the 08, the 101, and the 52 without having to own West Somerset, Northern Transpennine BI Heavy Freight Pack, and well, yeah, Northern Transpennine. And then with this pack here, you don't have to own Northern Transpennine to get the 47 or the 45 the 40. Cool. Coming up to Slough. Slough is sort of the midpoint on the route, and it has been 15 or so minutes since we left Paddington. Doesn't take long to get to Reading. I think this one was timed at 31 minutes. Little serve. We've got 96 miles an hour, so we're being a bit cheeky here. We are breaking the locomotive's top speed a little of 95. But again, this is set in the 1970s. This Diesel Legends DLC, so that doesn't matter too much. That's merely a suggestion. Probably can't go much more anyway. There's Slough. Let's get another flyby shot. So we are going at quite a serious speed now. For 47. Yeah, pretty rapid machines. Get a photo at some point as well. Yeah, we're not really gaining speed now. We've got about what 96, 97. So that's sort of, well, that appears to be the max. Well, until we go downhill. Let's get a little shot now. Get it from that side. It's always funny with these older routes because it just looks so dark. And you put the saturation up a bit of exposure, just to make it a bit nicer. Because they're very dark, these old routes. And let's change the field of view a bit. There you go, back in. All things to go again. Right, coming on 31. That's a funny little service, that one, the 31. On this route. I think it's like a semi-stopper. It's sort of just funny doing the 31 with passenger coaches. Because for the most part, the 31 is a freight loco. Going past Burnham. So you've then got Taplow and then Maidenhead. And from Maidenhead it's about 7-8 miles to Twyford, and then from there about 4 or 5 miles to Reading. So yeah, cutting down on these miles very quickly. This rather impressive speed. No match for the 101. Well, the 101's no match for us. And if you have made it this far in the video, thanks all for sticking around. It all does help out. And yeah, hopefully everyone's enjoying this little sprint over to Reading. Such an easy service to do. Well, to be honest, even the modern day services on this route, the fast ones, just stick it into full and off you go. Especially with the loco ones as well. Well, they're not going to be able to reach line speed of 125. Like the 52 on this route is just like full throttle the whole way. Although so it's probably not the best driving in terms of sort of economic. Like you probably would coast it in certain places. Like once we get past Maidenhead, I'll probably take the power off. As I think it might be downhill from there, so we don't need the power. Yeah, once we get past Maidenhead, I'll shut the power off. This is Maidenhead. Absolutely flooring it for at 95 miles an hour. And yeah, let's take the power off a bit now. Let's try and be slightly more economic. So guzzling up all the fuel for no reason. Probably would get in trouble doing that in real life, having it on the full way. So your fuel consumption would be quite high. There it is. Cool. Once we get down to about 85, I'll put the power on again. Give it a bit of a rest. And yeah, this is the long stretch. This bit Maidenhead to Twyford. It's the longest gap between stations on the route. Yeah, 7-8 miles I think it is. But no, yeah, for its age, this route still does look pretty good. I mean, the amount of foliage is a lot more than what we then saw on, you know, routes after this. And in terms of foliage, this route still does, yeah, compete, and even in some ways looks better than modern day routes. Or sort of routes we're getting with TSW5. There's loads of foliage and vegetation. It looks really, really good. I don't really know what changed from this project to then projects after this, where there was a lot less. Weird. Yeah, absolutely loads of it. Well, I suppose the fields look a bit barren, but line side is definitely decent. Let's get another flyby shot. Zoom ahead. Cool. And position ourselves here. Let's go over this side. There we go. Almost looks blue from a distance, doesn't it, the green? Almost mistaken it for a BR Blue 47. But again, it's a bit of a weird pack because this is the 4th 47 we've seen in the game. We had West Cornwall, West Cornwall. We had West Somerset Railway, that was the first 47 in the game. Then we had the Northern Transpennine 47, which was sort of the backdated 47. And then we had the Just Trains 47. And now we got the Athena 47. So it's certainly been trodden on quite well, the 47. There's a lot of different ones of it on here. Which, yeah, it's a bit sort of weird. Like, it was a funny decision to do an M47. I mean, maybe do like a 57 or something, something similar-ish, but not the same. Although I suppose it is Athena Simulation's first DLC, so, sort of they got to break the ground first. This is Twyford. And also I suppose a lot of people don't have Northern Transpennine, Blackpool branches, West. A lot of people don't have those routes. So I suppose by a lot of people have East Coast Mainline as it was the base route for Train Sim 4. So I suppose this DLC sort of gives you an easy and cheap option to experience a 47, or a cheaper option to get a 47, 45, and a 40. Another 101, another double one as well. Lovely. So not too far off of Reading now. It's gone really quick. It's been 26 minutes. It said it would take us 31 minutes this journey. No, 31 minutes. So we might be bang on, possibly. We're going to coast it again now, as we're not that far off. I just wonder, I've always wondered, the throttle on the 47, the little ball bit, is it like does it have a bit of a squidge? I know it sounds really weird, but does it have like a soft feel to it, like you could almost like squidge it, or is it just like hard metal? It's a really, really bizarre like thought, but yeah. Is the little ball bit on the throttle, sort of got a bit of a squish to it, or is it hard metal? Is it just hard metal? Weirdest thing a British Ace has ever said. Well, I'd say that probably must be hard metal, or it's just metal. I just want to get a feel for sort of the different cab bits. Same with the brake as well. If it's the little sort of black, bit at the end there. Has that got a bit of a squeeze to it, or is that sort of just hard metal? Cool. Yeah, coming into Reading. I think the last time I was at this station in one of the games was in Train Sim Classic, and that was coming into Reading as it was in 2011, so quite different to how this Reading is. Try and get another shot there as it looks a bit sunnier now, slightly lighter. Not a lot better. Oh, that was good timing, isn't it? Quickly get the controller on charge. No audio. Hate the way it does that. Like it sort of makes you go forward like that when the controller runs out of charge. And sometimes it won't turn back on. Oh my god, see that? What's that all about? It throws you back into it all of a sudden. Proper weird. Yeah, I know the dual sense is slow. We got it charging alright. That's it, pop pop the brakes on there too much. Yeah, coming into Reading. Yeah, we'll try and run this train on, you know, a fair few of the routes it goes on to, at least the primary ones like Blackpool, West Cornwall. Try and run it on sort of those ones. So the backdated ones being the best ones to do it on. I doubt I'll do this on the East Coast main line again, just because it doesn't really fit in properly. Cool. I've got they updated all of this. So you've got WH Smith's, you've got Pumpkin Cafe. Sort of the last big update to Great Western. Not sure what's going on with the lighting though. I'll go right down the end. Start using the straight brake a bit. Try not to spad either. There we go. Right, here we are. This is Reading. Well, hopefully everyone's enjoyed that. That was yeah, another video in 47484, which is part of the Athena, well, it's the Athena simulations class 47. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed it. Links to usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. Thanks to Dovetail for giving us a key. You'll also find our UK departure boards affiliate link. See you all and take care. Bye guys.